welcome viewers, and wow, this is my 100th episode. Yay! So I am so excited about this. I can't believe it. It's been 100 episodes, and thank you so much to everyone for watching. And for my 100th episode, I thought it would be appropriate to bring my first guest and the woman who actually encouraged me with her and her husband, Jeff, to start this, Victoria Snee. Welcome.
Thank you.
And one of my besties.
Congratulations on 100 episodes. I mean, honestly, I really had no idea that this would go on as long as it did. But I'm thrilled. I'm so excited. You've done an incredible job with this show.
Oh,
but this is monumental. This is a big deal. So I appreciate you having me back to celebrate you.
Well, of course. We'll do a little cheers for the beginning because this is
yes, absolutely. Cheers to 100. Yes. Why not have a cocktail before we start?
Of course. Mm-hmm. I mean, typically I do cheers at the end, but this is a big
we'll do
deal.
that too.
So I'm so excited. And of course, this all began as sitting at a table, of course, having cocktails. And thus the name and everything came up. And so now it's been 100 episodes and we are here to chat.
Exactly. Well, and I have to ask you, I mean, of course, our episodes are always very memorable.
Yes.
But for you, with 100 episodes now, what are some of can you name some favorites that kind of stand out in your mind, or maybe episodes that surprised you at all?
Well, of course, yours was my.
Of course.
But I also had some fun, interactive. We did pickleball one time.
You love pickleball.
So
she's a big tennis player, as you all know.
So we had fun. I will say during COVID, it was, I had my at-home assistant doing video and sending it to Ashley. And so we came up with some unique episodes where we did workouts
during COVID.
And this is when we were all locked down, but we were continuing.
Yeah.
We baked cookies.
You have to get creative.
Yes, we got to get creative.
But truly, that is a testament too. Like you continued this during lockdown or whatever you want to call it when we were all at home. I mean, you continued doing the shows. You never stopped, which, and that's such a smart thing to do when you're building an audience and your brand and all of that. And you really hung in there with all of that.
It's been great. And I've, along the way, have met great people, community leaders, and activists. And so it's just been fun and it continues to roll on.
Yes.
So yay.
And really a good variety of guests. You've had really, like you said, political leaders to, just helpful hints around the house, to fashion, what's going on at Galleria Dallas.
Right.
You've had them on talking about their snow day. I mean, you've really done a great job of mixing it up.
Well, thank you.
So.
Thank you. That's the community cocktails name.
Yes, exactly.
Well, today I am so excited because Victoria is here to tell us about, we might have made that New Year's resolution to lose some pounds, and maybe all those pounds have not shed yet. And so we're still trying to look slimmer. Mm-hmm. And she's got some great tips to share with us.
Well, maybe it's personal. That's the reason why we're doing this segment. Because every year I make the New Year's resolution to lose weight and nothing happens. So therefore I just say, okay, well, what are some little tips and tricks that we can do to maybe dress slimmer? And I do, it's certainly it's a thing. It's a real thing. I mean, the way you dress, the way you present yourself, I mean, you can certainly look better if you feel the need to hide certain areas, or maybe instead of hiding certain areas, maybe the area you love the most, how to show that off and be proud of that. And so anyway, so really it's about just feeling and looking as good as you possibly can. So that's why we like to do this segment.
Yes.
So we've got lots of fun tips and tricks to show you. Of course, all from stores at Highland Park Village, which is our favorite shopping destination in Dallas. But this is our very first look. So this is a cute little dress from Veronica Beard. And what I wanted to show here is really emphasizing the waist, because for the majority of women, the waist is the smallest part of the body. Right. And so a little dress like this is actually a fit and flare look. And that really can emphasize the waist, and then it kind of skims hips and thighs. It might kind of bell out just a little bit, so kind of covering those areas.
Yes.
And then also I had her, which you saw just a minute ago, was a little pointed toe shoe.
Yes.
So if you didn't know, a pointed toe shoe versus a round toe helps elongate the leg more. And if you'll notice, both Kimberly and I have on pointed toe shoes. But, just again, showing ways to flatter your figure, showing ways to really emphasize maybe what you're proud of. So if the waist is the smaller part of the body, put a belt on, find a dress that makes your waist look its natural, size.
Right.
And then if maybe you carry your weight a little bit more in the hips and thigh area, finding that fit and flare kind of dress is a really good option.
Definitely. And cover that area.
Yes. I like to do that. This next look, so this is from Frame. And what I wanted to show here, we all love to, great pair of jeans, certainly did that during COVID. We were all trying to get comfy. But what I wanted to show here again is ways to elongate the body. Because when you can elongate the body, look a little bit taller, look a little bit longer, a little bit leaner, that's really what you're going for. So what we found here is a boot cut style in a dark denim.
And I love boot cut.
I do too. It's so flattering.
Yes.
And as you'll see, of course, we have the pointed toe shoe. Also with this look, those little mini bags?
Yes.
Those are not the most flattering things to carry. Sometimes
I love myself a big
it doesn't work. And I'm tall, so I feel like when I carry like a small bag, I feel it just looks disproportionate.
Right.
So a large tote is always going to make you, I think, look a little bit slimmer. So that's why I always carry a large tote. But with that look too, we also showed a vertical stripe. And that's nothing new. I think we've all heard the trick, a horizontal stripe will make you look a little bit wider than you are versus a vertical stripe. And again, it's that creating that length.
Elongate, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you can elongate, you create those lines and kind of keep it one long fluid moment. That's going to help you look slimmer. And then with her, she had a smaller waist, so we did do a belt as well.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm not one to show off my waist. I'm high-waisted, and it just feels like a hot mess for me, so I don't usually wear a belt. But for me, like with that look, I would probably take the blouse and untuck it, and then I'm still continuing that long line all the way down to the feet where, we had a pointed toe shoe.
Well, I love it. Again, boot cuts. Love my boot cut jeans.
It's always very flattering.
Definitely. Yes.
Okay, so this next look, so what we showed here, this is a great suit from Theory. If you need a suit for work, this is the place to go. They have the best, just really classic colors, classic cuts, but this is a monochromatic suit. So you can see she's in one color from top to bottom. And again, it creates that length, that just really elongating look. But when you can dress monochromatic, that definitely slenderizes you. If you're gonna change colors up, like say you threw a black top underneath that jacket, the colors kind of break up. And when you do that, it kind of draws attention to other areas that you kind of don't want. You want one long silhouette. And so dressing a monochromatic is definitely the way to go. Most people will say, oh, black is always the color that makes you look the thinnest, but we don't want to wear black all year.
No.
So this is a great new spring suit from Theory, and it's a really pretty pale blue color, but the blouse underneath, just the whole look itself was very elongated.
Oh, definitely. I like it. And it's a lighter color. It's not so dark. You don't look like you're going to a funeral.
Yeah, exactly. Don't want that. And a blazer too. A blazer is definitely the way to go because a blazer also can be very, very slenderizing.
Okay.
And that can also, I'll put a blazer on like we saw with that suit, but you can also put a blazer on with jeans and it really kind of just pulls together the look. It can look very professional, but a blazer just kind of also, I feel like is also very tailored looking and can also skim those areas that you want.
I love my blazers. Blazers and jeans. That's my weekend at work outfit.
Yes, it really is. It's such a good kind of go-to look. It's always going to be in style. Never, you can't go wrong.
Classic.
So this next look, this is from Trina Turk. And what I love about this look is we're showing kind of this more exaggerated shoulder in her blouse, but then we also accessorize it with her jewelry. That's another key to dressing slimmer, is thinking about how am I going to accessorize. So we showed a structured tote earlier,
Right.
but look at that long necklace.
Yes.
So a long necklace like this, again, just kind of creates that length, it creates that interest. And then we put a really big hoop earring that just draws attention up. It draws attention up to the face. And I just think that's a really, really flattering look. Those are actually from Lili Sadughi. But the blouse is from Trina Turk. And another point I wanted to make too with that look is the V-neck. So versus a crew neck. A V-neck, again, it kind of creates that V shape that kind of elongates. And even with this blouse with the structured shoulder, it can help tailor the waist and help kind of bring it a little bit, fuller up top, but that makes your waist look smaller. Okay. So this is a great look. And then we showed it with just a perfect pair of black pants like this.
Yes.
And everybody needs yeah, exactly. And pointed toe shoes. Everyone needs a great pair of black pants in their closet, and there's just really nothing more flattering. If you can find a really good pair of black pants that are tailored well to fit you, you wear it with a blouse, you're going to look great.
Yeah. No, that was a great look. I like that look.
And that look too that's good. Kind of that blousier look is also good. If maybe you don't want to necessarily, again, draw attention to your waist. Maybe that's not where you're the smallest.
Right.
So a look like that would work really well for you.
Very well. Like I said, I love that.
Yeah.
Nice and comfy too.
Exactly. So it's just about, finding those things that you can emphasize, that you feel confident about.
Yes.
And then there's other ways to kind of hide some of those areas that you might not be, feeling so great.
Definitely.
So, but I sometimes people I feel like will get stressed about losing weight, or they put a lot of pressure on themselves.
Yeah.
And it takes time to do it. And sometimes it can be a process. Oh. So dressing appropriately, finding things that really fit you well. Definitely. I think tailored looks, having clothes tailored to really fit you, that's another great tip, because sometimes people will wear things that might be too baggy or too tight. It doesn't matter how thin you are. If it's too tight, it's just not going to be flattering.
No.
So really taking time to have things that fit you really well, I think, are important.
Okay.
And then also, our undergarments.
Oh, yes.
The Spanx. We all love the Spanx.
I love those, yes.
It's not super fun to wear sometimes, but it's worth it because, it can make you, it's all about how you feel, and it's about feeling really confident in your clothes.
Definitely. And I feel that if you go out somewhere and you feel good about yourself, you're going to present that to everyone else.
Exactly.
So, and especially if you have a big presentation or big meeting or whatever coming up, you're going to feel more confident when you go to those things.
Right.
So,
well, and I feel like too, kind of coming out of that COVID era when everybody was in, sweatpants and all this loose fitting stuff, and that was fun for a bit, but then it's like, okay, we are going to get back to reality at some point. And I don't know about you, but like when I was at home working, I just didn't feel, I don't know. I needed my clothes. I needed my shoes. I needed all of those things to make me feel more normal, I guess.
I feel so always excited to get dressed. And in my field, I was still like out and about.
You are a realtor on the run.
I was doing showings virtually.
Yes.
But I was so excited to get all dressed up because I'd been in sweats or yoga pants, all day long. And so it just felt good. You just felt like, even just, I remember the first time getting my nails done after, things open.
Yes.
That just made me feel good.
Well, yeah, just kind of those little things that we can do just to kind of make ourselves feel human again.
Yes.
But I just know that when I was, even this ice storm that we had, I'm sitting at home, I'm like, I'm going to take advantage of no hair and makeup.
Yes.
But I just did not, after like a day or two of that, I was done. I was like, ready. I need to pull myself
ready to
together.
go, and we're ready for, to
back to
reality, get our shoes out.
Exactly. Our pointed toe shoes.
No, I may walk around the house in my shoes just, because.
Well, you know who would love that is Wes Gordon, who's the creative director for Carolina Herrera. He would come on and he would do these videos during COVID, and he was like, I don't care if there's nothing going on. Put the ball gown on and wear it around the house. You will feel better.
You do.
So he would be proud of you to wear your pointed toe shoes around.
Oh, well, I love all these tips. I mean, I know everyone's sitting home going in their closets and saying, oh my goodness, I need to, go through. I do want to also tell you, if you need a personal shopper, Highland Park Village has a great personal shopper.
Thank you.
And so maybe you're a little stressed, like, oh, am I going to be able to accomplish these looks? Well, take advantage of those.
Yeah, it's a complimentary service.
Yes.
It's a complimentary service, and we have 3 personal shoppers. They have 4 assistants. They have a beautiful salon right at Highland Park Village. And, you can literally say to them, I need a brand new wardrobe for spring.
Right.
Or you can say, hey, I need a gown to wear to whatever, or a dress to wear to this. You don't even have to go into the stores. They can do all the pulling for you. You walk into the private salon and they have everything just on a rack and you just try it on.
And I mean, hello, how's that? I mean, it's perfect.
It is. It's, no one has time sometimes.
Well, a lot of people don't have time, and it does. It's sometimes shopping for some people, it's a stressful experience. And so you want it to be more of a seamless, because at the end of the day, you just want yourself to look good and feel good about, what you're wearing.
Exactly. 100%. So that's a great service that we have that, you can use at any time. I mean, for gifting purposes, anything like that.
Oh,
I know they're busy with Valentine's and, Christmas, they're always buying
always
gifts.
holidays.
Always holidays.
Holidays.
But, it is. It's just, it's certainly a huge time saver.
Oh, well, so again, viewers, if you are one of those that you're like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I could do this myself, we've got services for you.
Yes.
And we'll have that number for you on the screen.
Yes, absolutely. Glad you brought that up.
Yes. Well, I know I'm going to go through my closet. At least I wore my pointed shoes today.
And you're in a great color for spring.
Yes.
Pink is back. It continues. The whole Barbie core thing it's everywhere. So you have to have some pink in your closet.
Oh, well, if you don't have pink, you better go get it. I love my pink. I mean, obviously you can.
Yes.
It makes me happy, especially being a boy mom. How I get my pink is I wear my pink.
Yes.
I don't have any pink in the house, but
she wears it.
I wear it.
And you wear it well. So there you go.
Well, I think we have a special.
Oh, we have a special treat. For the 100th, besides the champagne. Since we were talking about, not losing weight, but how to dress slimmer, we thought bundt cakes would be so appropriate.
Yay!
Thank you, Maya, for bringing those.
I love this.
So again, we will have bundt cakes and then we will dress slimmer.
I know.
It all works out.
See, we've already learned our tips so we can enjoy these.
Yes.
We don't have to starve ourselves.
Exactly. Well, cheers to you, Kimberly.
Yay,
so proud of you and proud of this show. It's so great. It's informational. It's fun. And you have done just really a fabulous job.
Well,
so
thank you.
Cheers to 100 more.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast on Apple and Spotify, as well as Kimberly's YouTube channel. If you'd like to contact Kimberly directly, you can email her at kimberlywoodard@ebby.com or call 214-632-2092. We hope you enjoyed our guest this week. And remember, don't just love your home, love your community.